Hi, welcome to the new episode of Sportsy. Let's talk SportsTech. Today we have with us Hussain, CEO of NSA Tech. NSA Tech helps talented people to achieve their dreams and analyze their progress step by step. Talent identification and scouting by artificial intelligence around the world helps amateur and professional players adjust their technique, provide a detailed and practical analysis of the live TV broadcast, real-time action analysis for all ages based on video uploaded by the player, comparing the performance of amateur player with the elite players, analyze players' technique and tactics in a live match. This episode is in association with Qatar SportsTech. So please welcome Hussain, CEO, NSA Tech. Hi, Hussain. Great to have you on our platform, Sportsy, where you talk about the sports tech. And thank you for coming on the show. And this is obviously, this is in association with Qatar SportsTech. They facilitated this discussion, so I'm grateful to them as well. So for the viewer, we have CEO of NSA Tech, Hussain. NSA Tech is actually helping talented people to achieve their dreams and analyze their progress step by step. It's a complete AI-driven mechanism that we get to hear, that we are going to hear from Hussain, the whole journey and where they are right now, and how it's going to help the athletes and federation, association, clubs everywhere, how it's going to help. So Hussain, great to have you here.
Okay, great. I should say that about some problems around the sports, for example, for athletes in the amateur stage and professional stage, and even elite players. Because there is no technologies for track the motion and movement, and about the, for example, weakness and the technique and the posture. We just concentrate on the technique and posture because it's very, very important, because I'm tennis coach, professional tennis coach, and I'm PhD in exercise physiology. Okay. I see many errors in the some techniques from the amateur and professional. And there is no finder errors for the some mistakes in the technique in the amateur and professional. And comparing the technique with the professional players and elite players, it's so important for the coach, for example, for the player. I should say that about the real story that it's across us and around us and occur in the yesterday. I have a call from the mother of the player in the amateur stage, and she said me about some problems in the technique from the her son. And after that, there is no technologies for data for the what is the problems, what is the mistakes, what is the weakness points in the technique for that. And after that, I trying to talking about NSA Tech technologies, about the comparing the technique between the favorite player, for example, in tennis, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic. We collected so many data, more than 500,000 frame of video from the amateur player and professional player. And they learned that also learned by the AI machine learning and computer vision. And after that, our technologies can compare the technique with the amateur and professional players. And you can see what is the mistake, what is the problems, and we provide more than 60 data in the schedule and graph. And the family and the mother of the player and the coach and academy can see the progress, can see the difference between amateur and professional players, can see the real data and experimental data about weakness and strength. And about muscle involved, we're trying to guess and predict what is the muscle involved for the elite player and what is the difference for muscle involved between elite player and amateur player. That is very useful for the future about the predict injury and prevention injury in the muscle for the kids. And there are so many injuries for the kids, for the player in all stages. even elite player. This is the NSA Tech. This is the technology platform that founded in 2020 and trying hard with many days hardworking and workaholic with a good sharp team.
Great. I think this is so innovative, and it is something good that is required. As you mentioned, the kids are getting injured by not having the right posture or not playing it well. What is the focus sport to start with right now? Is it tennis because you are a tennis coach?
Yes. Tennis is the first because tennis is much better for AI technologies and for use AI and some in the easily way for QST programs like that. But for FIFA 2022 in Qatar, we're trying to add a soccer. And at this time, we have a soccer. We collect many data about the professional player like Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi in dribbling, in the shot, in the penalty, in the free kick. And this is very useful for academy about the research, about the teaching the unique technique about the elite player, not copy technique, just rule, just posture, just correct and the proper technique. And for talent identification, if you want, I can explain more about that.
Right. So I'll ask that because that is the more interesting question than the professional athlete. But my first question is, when you are talking about the whole AI machine learning driven approach to have the data point, like 500,000 data point that you have for an athlete. So are you benchmarking it against the champs or the professionals, or is there you are benchmarking against the biomechanics of the human body?
About that, we just concentrate for the amateur and professional players because we collected data and we got a model and algorithm for elite player, and there is no need to concentrate on elite player and just amateur and professional players. Or benchmark, it's just concentrate on these markets.
Okay, great. So now coming to the next point, which is about talent. How is it going to help the talent identification for scouting and the clubs and federations who are looking for the new talent all the time? So how is it going to help the talent identification?
Very nice question. You well know talent identification is very important. And traveling and paying money and use the technology is very expensive for traveling abroad, for traveling to other countries, other region, for finding a talent. NSA Tech bring technologies, you can access to camera easily. And after that, you can get a capture from your talents. And we have a agreement contract with top level coach in soccer, in tennis. But first is tennis. And after that, you capture the, for example, video, you can see real-time analyzing from the talents. And you can easily share it with the professional players in the NSA Tech platform. And coach see the video and give a feedback about that. With that, you can very, very easy to help to find the talents. For example, you are in India, you see the talents, and there is no way for finding the talent and introduce talent to the top level coach. But NSA Tech with the technologies provide the analyzing for you, provide the 2D and 3D analyzing, both the biomechanical side, both the technique. And after that, you can send it and share it with top level coach in the public area. And I think it's very useful for talent identification, especially in COVID-19 and some limitation.
And also it will help a lot of scouting for the teams. Like for tennis may not be scouting, but when it comes to soccer, football, I think scouting plays a big role for hiring kids from across the world or across different regions to come to and play for your team or your club. That also it can help. So now let's coming to little technology part of it. What is the essence of your algorithm? Obviously, we can't get into too many details, but what is the essence of your algorithm which will make sure that it doesn't have any issues with biomechanics, it doesn't have issue with the demographic of people? How do you actually do that? How many data points that you actually measure to come up with the right algorithm?
About algorithm, you will know AI technologies, it's very hard. and need to accurate more and collect many data, because this is a computer, not human. And the computer bots can bring it and provide the technologies for accurate more and with the precision. But we have issues in the biomechanical side, because there is no technologies for muscle involved.
Correct.
About AI machine, and it's very new. And I think for 3 months or 4 months later, for technologies about biomechanics, it's completely ready. But at this time, we're trying to create a method for that and collect the data about the posture, about the angle of joints. We estimate angle of joint, about the posture of technique, for example. And when your hand rise, what is the muscle involved, about the technique. But for the soccer, I think for the future, it's very, very amazing technologies if we can develop more. Because in the soccer, there are 11 players, and not easy to find the player and what is the technique, track the movement, track the motion, because there are so many players in the field, in the stadium. And it's very, very useful for coach. And after that, about the prediction for agents of the, for example, soccer and tennis, we can provide the technologies about the talents. For example, similarity technique to the professional players and elite players.
Correct. Got it. This is interesting.
Can I answer your question or not?
Yeah, no, you did answer my question about, because finally, and you answered very well, because I didn't know that about the biomechanics having machines to understand the whole injury preventions and injury mechanism, which can also play a big role. So I got the answer. And so now coming to the next part about usage of it, the use case. Is it going to be B2C, that anybody can start using it across the world, or is it going to be B2B? Is it going to be B2B2C? How are you trying to roll out?
I think for technology licensing, we should try into B2B. And for coach and academy, we should try into B2C. Okay. And we have a research in the markets, in the LinkedIn, email, and the Facebook, Twitter at this time. And we found that we need the direct sales at this time for the coach and academy. And after that, we can talking with sales manager and director of sales and brand agents in the academy for sales more. Because it's very good for sales more about the customer satisfying. We got many positive feedback from the users about these technologies. No need to all data, just amazing technologies and coolest and new, and like to try more and like that, I think.
So Hussain, one more point around the same thing. Is it going to be the only machine helping here, or you're also going to have the coaches analyzing the players' performance as well?
Yes, I think I should say that we're trying for the coach, because coach, there are a bit errors for teaching for example, tennis and soccer for coach about the technique. Because we saw so many videos from the players in the MENA region with so many errors, with so many mistakes, and family worries about that. And academy can see the progress, can see the effectiveness of the coach and the player. And you can see your progress, you can see what is the mistake, what is the problems. And for future, or technology can help to you for resolve and fix the problem simultaneously with the exercise, with the pure technique and the right posture.
Right. So will this platform enable somebody sitting in India getting some tips from somebody in Spain?
Yes, no problem. Yes, we have some top level coach from the Serbia, from the Argentina, from the USA, and yes, no problem. You can, India people, the NSA Tech door, it's open for Indian people can come and use these technologies and book the coach. And this is the part of amazing of the NSA Tech, amazing part of NSA Tech. you after you trying the technologies, you can book the coach, and the coach can help you about the analyzing, about the mistakes, about the, for example, weakness and strengths, and help to you and give a feedback every day with notification and something like that. Yes, it's very easy to book the coach, and after that you can get in touch with the coach easily and video call with the coach, right, and give it drills.
Excellent. So I think what I'm trying to understand from this is basically at one side you will build the coach network globally for a particular sport, then you have a technology, the AI platform, and the other side are the people, the kids who wants to get, or amateur, the professional, anybody wants to get themselves assessed. So I think it's going to be the whole ecosystem for a sport, and that is the benchmark is going to be the in-between platform of NSA Tech is going to help. Am I reading it right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. So Hussain, what is the role of Qatar SportsTech in your journey?
Qatar SportsTech, it's very amazing accelerator because there are so many mentors, there are so many, for example, partner and investor, and it's very good sport hub beside the FIFA 2022 and some and others events in sport that you will know about. And Qatar government trying to invest and help to startups and innovation for develop more, for bring amazing technologies in Qatar. And I think Qatar can develop more and progress in the, for example, some years later, and very, very good opportunities. And Qatar SportsTech colleagues, very, very kindness, very, very helpful. And all think it's good, and what's a bit very hard in QST program because very, very strict to the market, to the product, and I think it's very, very essential for the startups for see the real market, see the realistics, for example, behind and ahead the startups.
Excellent. So, what about the future? So, what are the future of NSA?
NSA Tech trying to bring technologies about biomechanical analyzing, real-time analyzing, and we have a product for the broadcaster and fans. Can fans select a favorite match before the match, select a favorite player, see new analyzing, see new vision, and the fans, I think for the first time, can see and learn simultaneously about the biomechanical side in the technique, about the some details, about the emotional, about the some details for the learning more. And after that, we're trying to provide the product for get in touch more with the broadcaster and fans, and the broadcaster can have a deeply contact with the fans. But NSA Tech has many technologies in eSport and something, but we need the place for prove ourselves about the future. But at this time, we just concentrate in one technologies that NSA Tech has before.
So thank you. I think that was wonderful. And honestly speaking, you're doing a wonderful job. It's not only about the innovation, it's also helping the grassroots. It's also helping the amateurs and the semi-professional people to benchmark themselves against the professional, getting the access, there are no boundaries. People don't have to travel to get the access to one of the best of the coach in the world. I think you are going to enable that. So I think it's a wonderful platform. Wish you all the best, the team NSA, and looking forward to talk to you later.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice talking to you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, and thank you for sharing. But please do subscribe on our channel, Sportsy Says, and help us spread the word about Sportsy. We go with the same handle, Sportsy Says, across all the social media platforms.